guys, so today I'm going to be answering a few questions that I asked you guys to ask me on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me. I'll put it right here. Also, my hair, I just came out of the shower, so it's like wet right now. I don't know if you guys like this, if you want me to do more of these like ask me questions type of thing, just to get to know me a little bit more. But yeah, I want to preface this video by saying that I was in a long distance relationship for a really long time. Like, I'd say right now, like 2.5 years on and off. I've been long distance. We got married 5 months ago, and when I say 5 months ago, I mean actually living together. The first question is, how do you both agree to resolve arguments? We don't, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. So how do we resolve arguments? This was a challenging area for us early on in a relationship because being long distance, you have to make sure that your communication is there. So early on, this was difficult for us because, you know, sometimes a person would like text something and it would not come off as the right way. The way that we learn to resolve arguments is the way that we communicate is never with like yelling or name calling or anything like that. So I think just keeping it very respectful when we're trying to express to the other person how we feel. Actually communicating and expressing how we feel, I think that really does help us with resolving arguments, because let's give like a real example so this makes more sense. So for example, let's say he was supposed to do the dishes and he didn't do it. And so that like upsets me. Let's just say that. Basically what I would do is I would just
You're telling something you're gonna love.
Well, yeah, basically what I would first do is I would not be passive aggressive and not communicate how I truly feel, because that will just leave things bottled inside, and the next time you get in an argument, you're gonna start remembering that and you're gonna start feeling the same things. I don't know if you guys knew this, but when something happens that makes you sad, you start to remember lots of moments where you were sad and things that were unresolved. I don't know if you guys knew that, but that's a thing. I would definitely approach him, let him know how I feel, and say, you know, like, we agreed that we would like split the housework half and half, and you said that you would do the dishes today. And the thing is, like, always bring up the way that it has affected you, that person's actions affected you. Bring that up, bring them, like, let them know how you're feeling. So yeah, I would say, you know, like, I have a lot of schoolwork today, and so I can't do the dishes. Another thing that contributed to us in the beginning not solving arguments properly is me having the attachment style of avoidance. I don't know if you guys know about this too, this is kind of psychology related, but your attachment style really says a lot about how you resolve arguments and how your relationship works out. Not works out, but how your relationship like progresses and things like that. And for me, when I get into confrontation or there's some sort of argument, I used to shut down. I just would try to ignore it, or I would just basically like not even want to have a conversation, which is really bad. Sometimes if I'm too emotionally aroused, I'll literally go for a walk and come back and just like collect myself, because you know you're not going to say something helpful in that situation. So that's for like more extreme like arguments, if we were to ever have that. Okay, another really good one, what got you through long distance? So like I mentioned, we're literally coming up at almost 3 years of long distance, which is a long time. We started talking in May of 2018, and we were just talking about this yesterday. It's been like, it's crazy how time just flies. So what got me through long distance is definitely, I would say, having social support. So having my family members and my friends to like be there with me. I think the most difficult part about being apart from him was when I lived on my own. I lived on my own in a city where I didn't have many family members. And literally my life was just full of work. I would just do work all the time to like not think, and it was a really tough time in my life. And I think the thing that really helped was having friends by my side, and you know, filling my time with a balance of things. So not just working. If I were to like go back and give myself some advice, I would say like really delve into understanding yourself apart from this person. I really took that time to get to know myself better, and I'm so thankful that I did that. And I think that's something that also got me through long distance, is learning how to have self-compassion, learning how to accept myself without being in a relationship, because obviously if that relationship takes up like 90% of your life and your 10% of your life is other things, it's really difficult to like move on and have good days and live life apart from that person, apart from that relationship. So definitely having a balance between that relationship and your other relationships, and also your personal goals and needs, and so don't fill your time with trying to forget about the pain of being apart from that person with things like work all the time. I think that that's not the greatest thing, unless work is your absolute passion. But if, let's say, you're working a part-time job, you're going to school, like what I was doing, just trying to fill my time with hours and avoid is not good. And as for my relationship, definitely what got me through long distance is having video calls. So we scheduled every night, not like scheduled, but like, you know what I mean. We knew that we would talk to each other every night. It was every night for me and then every morning for him because of the time difference. But yeah, definitely continue doing your hobbies, look into your goals, into your own self-development. That's like an endless journey. And so working on that, I think, has a lot of self-fulfillment in itself. And yeah, and I think, I'm not gonna tell you to like have a positive mindset every single day, because obviously the truth is it's very difficult to be apart from the person that you love. And when I would watch videos on YouTube, people would say like some tips for long distance relationships is like, oh, look forward to the next time you can see each other and plan trips and stuff like that. But in my case, we live literally across the world from each other, and it was very difficult and very expensive for us to visit each other. And so I would only visit him once a year. And so me like putting my energy and time into looking forward to seeing him once a year, I think is not a good idea. So if you're kind of in a similar situation, like don't make up the majority of your time just waiting to see the person. Really do enjoy the moments that you have where you are with your family and friends. And I just think it's all about balancing that relationship with all your other things that you love to do in life. All right, the next question is, how did you guys meet and what is the age gap? So we met, like I mentioned, in 2018. This is a wild story. Let me just buckle up, okay? I'm just kidding. I used to live in this village in Lebanon when I was younger, and I was born here, which is where I am right now, actually. I left Lebanon because there was a war in 2006, and I was about 8 years old. So I left to Canada, lived in Canada. I never went back for about 12 and a half years until that summer of 2018. And in that summer, I met him. He was working for my uncle, and I was staying with my uncle. So I would see him come and go. But if you know me, I'm not the type of person to like approach someone about being in a relationship. I never even thought about a relationship at that time. At the time, I think I was 21 and he was 20 because he's a year younger than me. I really connected to him. We had been through a lot of similar experiences and we were able to really understand each other. And so I continued to talk to him for about a year, and that was over long distance. After that year, we decided we wanted to get engaged, and we did that. So we did get engaged, and then we did our wedding ceremony. And then I had to go back to work for another year. And then after COVID happened, it gave me a chance to do my work online or my schoolwork online. Even though I'm technically done university, I'm done all my credits that I need to graduate. And if you know anything about paperwork or like getting a visa to get your spouse sponsored, you know that you need pictures and proof of like a wedding ceremony and stuff. So that's why we decided to have the wedding ceremony and get that done. And we did that so we can have all the proof and evidence and everything that our relationship is real and all that. Yeah, so now I'm here with him, and I've been here for about 5 months, I think. And yeah, that's for just like a little while until he can go back and live with me in Canada, because that's where we want to live. Thank you guys so much for asking these questions. Again, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'll put it right here on the screen so that you can go ahead and follow me. And if you guys want any more Q&As on anything specific, just let me know and I will be happy to film that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.